do? If the manager came in and said, listen, I want to play this pressing football. I'm only going to pick the players that can play the way I want to play. I don't care what your name is. I don't care how much money you're on. If you're not willing to do what I want you to do, then you don't play. I would have respected that. And then if we started losing games, I'd have said, you know what? The manager's building something. I can see what he's trying to do. He doesn't have his players, or give him time. But the problem is, this guy's flittering in between formations, flittering in between pressing and not pressing, high line, deep line. This guy don't know what he's doing. How can I believe in a manager that don't even know, He can't even settle on what he wants to do, bruv. You know, like that. If you want to be pragmatic, just come in and say, you know what, I'm going to adapt to my players, and I'm just going to do the pragmatic thing from the start.
Because we're not defending well. So it can't be pragmatic.
But this is what I'm trying to say. It's stupidity, bro. Like, it's not even pragmatic, bro. It's nothing. This is what it's nothing, bro. It's much to do with nothing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Listen, we're in an identity crisis, isn't it? That's what I think we are in right now. Identity crisis, bro. You get what I mean? Like,
but we shouldn't have had a crisis because this manager was a philosophy manager. That's why we brought him in instead of going for someone like a Pochettino, because he was meant to be a manager that had principles.
Boy. I don't know about Pochettino right now. I can't lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm just saying as an example.
Okay, as an example. Okay.
He was meant to be. He's not really a philosophy. He's more of a pragmatist, isn't it? We went for the manager that had direction, that was less of a pragmatist, because he was meant to be building something.
Yeah. You know what it is, though? I feel like I see the principles of what happened last year. I think ultimately, sometimes, when you get into a role, you probably overdo it and you actually do your role well. And then when you get into your second year, you kind of relax a little bit. I think Ten Hag's relaxing a little bit too much. And he's not realizing teams are getting better. Tottenham have now got a better philosophy than us, and they're 7 games in, and I can see what Ange's trying to do. You know what I mean? They're comfortable on the ball. Everyone can dictate. Everyone can be on the ball comfortably. Like, you're looking at Van der Ven. You're looking at now Basuma. You're looking at Sarr. They've got a hybrid of like physicality, but also the fact that they can play, and they've got technicians in their team. So I can't lie to you. I think he's gone a bit kind of like safe. He thinks, you know what? Don't worry. I've got this. When reality, bro, you ain't got this. The league's better now. The league is better now, bro. Okay, take away the 3 teams on the bottom. They're trash, But ultimately, Brighton now are playing better, expansive football. And they may not win anything, but ultimately in the league, that's the bread and butter. The league is a bread and butter, and that's where you can see your philosophy. And he ain't showing that for me. So I feel like Ten Hag is taking it a bit too safe. And this is the wake up and be like, yo, I need to imprint my philosophy now. Everyone get back to the basics. High pressing, counter press. We're not even seeing that anymore. We're now standing off Burnley. And that, for me, is a bad indictment of Ten Hag right now. And I wish I could just speak to him and say, listen, man, the players will leave. Or you can get rid of the players that you want to keep at the football club. But you see, this is your job now. You take it like as if it's your house. Own it, bro. Own it. And take full control, because I think right now he's catering towards certain players, and if you're catering towards certain players, then take him off. And I've said that from day one. Rashford for me should be dropped, but the fact that he's still on the pitch, I look at Ten Hag and I'm like, come on, mate, what are you doing?
Yeah, but that's the difference with Spurs, bro. Like, Spurs were playing against Arsenal, bruv. They took off their captain and vice captain, bro, to keep the team in the best interest of the team, to keep the team fresh, bro, so they could see the game out, bruv. They took off Son and Maddison. They took off Son and Maddison, but Bruno and Rashford can't get subbed. They can't get subbed, bro. Do you know what I mean? And you can't tell me that that's not an issue. What's that?
And Tottenham could have won it.
Bro, he took them off because he wanted to keep the intensity of the press, and he was thinking about the team. You weren't thinking about players. You weren't thinking about keeping people happy. You weren't thinking about egos, because that's what an actual team looks like. This Man United team, bruv, this ain't no team, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the manager's built this, bro, because the reason why I blame him is because he had the opportunity when he came in to do the complete clean slate thing, all the people that he saw as toxic or not, he had the opportunity to get rid of them. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I'm not having this Sancho thing right now, because Sancho wanted to leave last January. You could have got rid of Sancho in January, or you could have got rid of him in the summer. Do you know what I mean? You didn't do that. You let Elanga go. There was nothing wrong with Elanga's attitude, bruv. Like, if you were worried about attitude and that, get rid of Sancho, then keep Elanga if you're worried about bodies. Do you know what I'm saying? And make a statement by getting rid of Sancho if he was really the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got rid of
Yeah.
Fred. There's no attitude problems with Fred. He never complained. Squad player. He came
Oh,
in. When he came in, he
I'll
did
take
what he
Fred back,
asked.
man.
But you see what I mean? You got rid of Fred
McTominay.
before McTominay.
Oh,
You got rid of Fred before McTominay, and then decided you wanted to play
joking.
pressing football, and you got rid of our best pressing midfielder, and I think he was our
Let's
top
press up.
scorer last season as well from midfield. Him and Cass, and
Yeah,
you got rid of him.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, bro, his decisions are not even like they're not even in line, yeah, with
Mm.
the football he wants to play. He doesn't know what he wants to do, bruv. Like, this is
Man,
crazy to
this
me.
year is a mismatch. This year is a mismatch. I could see what he was trying to do last year, and this is where it kind of infuriates me. Last year, everybody was like, you know what, we're seeing a counter press, we're seeing certain things. It wasn't consistent, but you could see it at home. We were tough to beat. We had the third best defensive kind of record in the league. Yeah, you could see what we were trying to do. But this year, that's gone out the window now. We're leaking in goals. We've already lost the game at home, so that record's gone now. That record that you probably had some sort of like, you know what I mean, leeway, that's gone now. And ultimately, we're too easy to play against. That's what, for me, I don't get. And listen, a lot of people will say he has to go right now, but I still think he can turn this around. I
I don't.
genuinely think for me, you don't think he can turn it around? I think he does. I think he just his stubbornness right now is getting the best of him. I think once he realizes and opens his mind up and says, yo, listen, I can't really be doing this, I need to open my mind
You
up,
know why I
have a
think he
clear
can't
mind.
change, and you know why I think he can't turn it around? Because
Come on.
I said it yesterday as well, yeah. As a manager, like at whatever ever level, bro, like bro,
Yeah.
as a manager, speaking from experience, yeah, like you have to understand, yeah, that you're working with the players. The players don't work
Yeah. Of
for you, they work with you, innit? There needs to be a
course.
unison. The players are an extension of the manager on the pitch. In order to get the players to do what you want them to do, you have to work with them. It's not no dictatorship, bro. Like, it's not. Do you know what I mean? There has to be a mutual respect between the players and the manager. If you're
Mm.
someone like a Jose and a Pep and a Sir Alex Ferguson, you can lean more towards the authoritarian route if you want to, because you have clout, you have status, you've proven yourself. Ten Hag ain't proven nothing in football yet at Man United level. He ain't proven anything. So to go in and get the respect of players like Casemiro or Varane and all the players that have worked under Sir Alex Ferguson or players that have worked under more accomplished managers, these guys have worked under Jose Mourinho. To get the respect of these players, you have to win things, bruv, and you have to win games. He ain't got the respect of these players, and these players are not playing for him. Because if these players were playing for him, we wouldn't be seeing the football we are seeing, bro. We wouldn't be hearing the murmurs that we're
No. I
hearing.
think there's the difference. I think the players are playing for him, but I think they're confused. I think they're
But,
not
bruv,
understanding
listen,
their
hey,
role.
bro, confused, bruv. Listen, not running ain't confusion, blood. You're on a football pitch. You don't, whether you're
No, but I
confused
get
or
it.
not, you still run, blood.
No, 100%. But I think certain players are not trying, and that's on him. He needs to then
But why are they not
put his
trying?
play off the pitch. For me, Rashford, if he ain't trying and if he ain't doing anything, why is he on the football pitch? And I think for me, there must be something in Rashford's clause. There must be something in
Or
Rashford.
what? Now
Even
he
if he's
doesn't
not
need to run. I
stepping.
don't think so.
No, not that. Maybe he's not can't be subbed because, bro, how's he not being subbed? You tell me how's he not being subbed. But I'm telling you right now, guys, man, there must be something in Rashford's contract here that is saying
Yeah.
that he cannot be subbed. Because I'm sorry, if a certain manager is seeing other players throwing stinkers, yeah, and they're not doing what they're doing, and they get subbed off, but Rashford and certain other man are still on the football pitch, I don't care. Something must be guarding. I don't know what it is, but something must be guarding. But
No,
that's
but
on the manager, and this
the
is
club
where
have built him up. The club have built him up and made.
to
They've
be the
turned
main
him
guy.
around, bro. Like, you gotta understand, when Rashi broke through, yeah, he was a young, like, humble guy. Everyone was buying into the story and, do you know what I mean, where he came from and all these other things, yeah. And it's like the club have built him up. Do you know what I'm saying? They built him up to
Also, let me
become
ask you a
this
question.
almost larger than life figure. When in reality, yeah, like I said it before, it's like at best, yeah, he's a Man United squad player, in it, where you're just like, you know what, he's come through the academy, and it's like you're proud to have him as part of the team, but he's not the main guy. Remember when they gave him the number 10, I was like, hell no. I was like, this is too early. This don't make sense, bro. Like, he's not the superstar that they wanted to make him to be, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's not
Yeah.
the superstar, bro. He is just a young kid that came through the ranks, that is living out his dream playing for the team. He shouldn't be one of the highest paid. He shouldn't be starting. He should be a squad player, bro. Do you know what I mean? He should be what Jesse Lingard was before, blood. Like, just one of them players where, oh, like, we could bring him in to change the game and that. You can't be building teams around him, bro. He's not good enough. Do you know what I mean?
You know
And
what?
this
Yeah.
is just what it is, bruv. He should be doing the job that Garnacho's doing. Impact sub, coming off the bench, Rashford's pacing behind. Bro, you should never be building an 11 around this player, bro. He's not that good. Like, that's just how it is, bro. And it's not his fault he's not that good, bro. But the thing is with Man United, yeah, and what I don't like about how they try and force the history, yeah, they're always trying to force these players from the academy. Like, bro, stop forcing it, bro.
Man brought the bread, man.
Yeah, bro, stop forcing it. If they're
We
good
need a
enough, play
superstar, though,
them.
man.
No, but
We
we
need a
don't.
superstar from Manchester, innit?
No, but you know what I don't like though, bro? You know what I don't like, fam? It's
Yeah.
like, bro, the class of 92 was an anomaly, blood. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Man got lucky. The stars aligned for man. That's all that happened. Man United keep forcing, yeah, this thing that they've got this record that every year they've had an academy graduate in it, bruv. Who cares, bro? Like, man just want to win trophies, innit? Like, and this is just what it is. These men are always forcing. Do you know what I mean? Mino's actually a baller. He's actually a player. He's
He's from my
actually
end,
a player.
actually, you know. Big up Minor.
Yeah,
But go on.
he's actually a player though. Do you know what I'm saying? Greenwood was actually a player. All these other guys like Shola and these men that they were trying to force through, these men are not players, bruv. They're not Man United players, but they're trying to do it, bro. Like, oh, let's give them a debut, make them the youngest and that, bro. Man, keep forcing these mediocre ballers on us, bro. Like, it's long. Stop doing that. Do you know what I mean? You can go
You
out
know what,
there
though?
and buy better players than all of these guys, bruv. Why are
But
you
the
doing
game
this
is
to
about
us?
numbers, though, Rants, man. The game, you know what the game is now? It's about GA. It's about
Yeah,
numbers.
but
Not
it doesn't
about how
matter
you
about
play.
that, bro, because he can still
But
get
it is,
numbers
though.
off the bench, bruv. Like, bruv, listen, no matter how many goals Chicharito scored, yeah, at no point did Alex Ferguson say, oh, you know what, man's going to build a team around this youth because he keeps scoring. He understood his limitations. He understood that, yeah, you score goals, but there's so many things that you don't do. You can't be a mainstay in this team. And
Yeah.
that's what you're supposed to do, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's all about net positives, net negatives. Like, Rashford is a net negative for the team, bro, because even though he does score goals sometimes, yeah, and he scores them in spells, everything he takes away from the team defensively, in terms of decision making, like, you could get way more out of someone else that doesn't score goals that would benefit the whole team.
Benefit the team. Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I
Spot on.
said about
Spot on, man.
CR7 as well. Cool, he scores
I
goals,
think Hoyland's
but he
suffering right
don't
now. I
press.
think
He
Hoyland's
don't get
suffering.
assists. He don't do, bro. CR7 was another net negative. Even though he scored goals, he took away from so much other things. And that's why, as a manager, you have to look at it and say, you know what, he's a net negative for the team. Rashford's a net negative. Bruno is a net negative, bruv. Because even though he gets
But
GA, he's a net negative, bro.
now, what you got to realize, though, this, and I'm looking at it from the manager's eyes, is that he right now hasn't built up a strong enough philosophy to manage without them. That's the problem, and this is where
He's
this
had
is
long
on
enough
him.
to do that, though, bro.
Well, this is what I'm saying, and this is on the manager, and obviously he's relying on these two to come in. Obviously, Sancho's out the team right now. Anthony,
Bruv, he
that's
needs
his
to
guy,
apologize to
still
the
can't get
team
best.
and Sancho, blood. That's what the manager needs to do, blood. That's the only way he's getting the dressing room
Right.
back. If the manager, bro,
Right.
the only way the manager can turn this around is if he gets the dressing room on side. And he has to humble himself to do that. And
Oh,
he
and he
won't
shows
do
the
that
best
because he's
philosophy of what he's doing.
egotistical, bro.
No,
He
but
told the
you know
Bray
what
he
it is,
can't
though?
use the canteen, bruv. He's crazy.
Bro, yo, listen, it's getting messy, man. It's getting
Man said he
messy,
can't
bro.
use the canteen. Man said he can't eat, blood.
He said, eat at home, bro. He said,
Man
yo,
said eat
bring
at
your packed
home,
lunch.
bruv. What?
He said, bring your packed lunch and that. He
That's
said, bring
crazy.
your packed lunch home.
It's crazy,
Nah, that's
bro.
why I don't know how that's even possible. You get me? I know you can banish him from the first team, but not even the canteen and the dressing room facilities. That's wild, bro. But that's how messy it's got, man. And ultimately, you get me. Like, there's a lot of stuff behind closed doors we won't know. His Instagram is deactivated now. So, bro, man, I just think for me, yeah, it's a wild situation, and January is probably going to move on in it. So it is what it is. But going back to the Ten Hag situation is, yeah, I feel like for me, it's a dangerous precedent though when you rely on two players in your team to give you something. Like I don't know how many. Like when you're looking at Arsenal now, did they rely on two players? No, I think they play as a team. When you're looking at Tottenham now, even
Arsenal
as
don't
well,
rely
they
on
rely on.
any one player, bruv. The
But there
only
you
player
go,
that gets rinsed for Arsenal is probably Saka. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But they
Saka.
don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
even say they rely on him, bruv, because they win games without him a lot, bro. Because he's been probably dead for like the last 12 months. If you really deep man's consistent performances, and Arsenal still been
Right.
winning trophies. But I mean, they still been winning games. Sorry. But they don't rely on
Yeah.
one player, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? The
No, they
manager
don't, man.
rinses him, but they don't rely on him, bruv. Like, because more times, man don't show up like that. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say they don't rely on any player.